is Sveta Chitner. In this lecture, we will learn the Russian alphabet. The good news is that the Russian language is phonetic, which means we will learn to read in Russian quickly if we know the sounds every letter denotes.
There are 33 letters in the Russian alphabet. I will tell you the name of each letter, then the sound or sounds it denotes, an English word which contains an approximate equivalent of the sound, and then you will repeat the sound after me. Difficult for English speakers sound we will pronounce 3 times. The letter A sounds A, and it is similar to the English A in the word father. Repeat after me. A. The letter B sounds like B in bed. Try to avoid a strong burst of air after the sound. Repeat after me. B. V sounds V like in very. V. G sounds like G in gun. G. D sounds D. When you pronounce the Russian D, the tip of the tongue touches the lower teeth. D. A Russian person would pronounce the English word door like door. Repeat after me. D. Depending on its position, the letter Y may sound as Y with E glide, like in yet, and as E in let. The letter Y sounds as Y at the beginning of a word or after a vowel, but after a consonant, it sounds as E in let. Repeat both sounds after me. Y, E. The letter Yo sounds like Yo in New York at the beginning of a word or after another vowel. It sounds like O in hot after a consonant. Repeat both sounds. Yo, O. Zh sounds like Zh in measure. Zh. Z sounds like Z in zoo. Z. E sounds like the English E in the word eel. E. The letter I kratka, I short, is pronounced as Y in boy. Y is used to form diphthongs. Please repeat. Y. K in sky. K. L sounds like L in lock. L. M like M in man. M. N in noise. N. O sounds like O in or. O. P sounds like P in spin. Try to avoid a strong burst of air after the sound. Repeat after me. P. R sounds like R in Spanish perra, and it is rolled. It is not an easy sound even for Russian native speakers. Russian children learn to pronounce it by age 4. You can produce the Russian R by flapping your tongue against the roof of your mouth. If you pronounce the sounds T or D and roll your tongue, you will get the Russian R. It is easier to pronounce the Russian R right after D. Dr, dr, dr. Now, please repeat the Russian R after me 3 times. S sounds like S in sad. S. T sounds like T in stain. T. U sounds like U in boom. U. F sounds like F in far. F. H sounds like H in loch. It sounds closer to the combination of K and H. The English H is produced at the back of the throat and down a bit. Russian H is produced at the back of the tongue at the same position as K. A person with a strong Russian accent would pronounce the English word house like house. Let's say the Russian H 3 times. C sounds ts, similar to cats. Ts. Ch sounds ch in child. Ch. Sh sounds sh, like in shine. Sh. Sh denotes the sound sh. The combination for sh sounds very similar. Sh should be pronounced like sh, but with your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Put your tongue in the same position as you would say ch, but say sh instead, and you will get sh. English speakers may find it hard to hear the difference between sh and sh. Repeat after me 3 times.
Sh, sh, sh.
Твердый знак, the heart sign, is rarely used, and it doesn't have a sound of its own. It's purely an orthographic device. The letter U sounds like U. This sound has no equivalent in English, and U is one of the hardest Russian sounds for English speakers. U lies somewhere between E in the word hill and U in boom. You pronounce it as an English E, but the tongue would go back as if you are pronouncing U. If you practice going back and forth between these two sounds, you should be able to pronounce the U sound.
Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-wee.
The difference between E and U is the following. When you pronounce E, the middle part of the tongue is raised high. When you pronounce U, the back of the tongue is raised high. Repeat after me the sound U 3 times.
U, U, U.
Мягкий знак, the soft sign, doesn't have a sound of its own, and it only affects other sounds. For example, it makes the preceding consonant sound softer. E sounds like E in the word set. E. The letter U denotes 2 different sounds depending on its position in a word. It sounds like U in the word university at the beginning of a word or with another vowel. Please repeat. U. The letter U also may sound as U after a consonant, like in the word boom. Please repeat. U. Similar to U, the letter Ya denotes two sounds. Ya in the word yard at the beginning of a word or after another vowel, and A in the word father after a consonant. Please repeat. Ya, A. At first sight, the Russian alphabet looks very different from the English alphabet, and it seems very difficult. But it is not as different and not as difficult as it looks if we break it into 4 manageable groups. Group number 1 consists of 6 letters that look similar to the English letters, and they represent very similar to the English language sounds. A, Ye or E, K, M, O, T. Let's try to read these words. Please note that the accent may fall on any syllable of the word, and the stressed syllable is marked with an accent on the vowel. Please pause the recording and read aloud these words. I am sure you read most of them correctly. Tom, кот, атом, мама, ком, каток. The next group, group number 2, includes the letters that look familiar, but they denote different sounds. This is the most confusing group. V, N, R, S, U, H. Please pause the recording and try to read these names. Scott, Mark, Sarah, Vanessa, Anna, Hannah, Juan. Let's combine these two groups. Pause the recording and practice reading the words below. Комната, канат, вор, рок, мост. Group number 3 includes the letters that look very different, but they denote familiar sounds. The images created by Stanislav Lauk-Dubitsky may be very helpful for memorizing these letters. B, G, D, Yo, Ž, Z, I, L, P, F, Č, Š, E, Ju, Ja. And finally, here is group number 4. All new look and sound, and in some cases, no sound. C, Sh, Y, U. And 2 signs, the soft sign and the hard sign, they have no sound. Please pause the recording and try to read these 4 words that contain letters from all 4 groups. Ты, мы, мой, чай. Let's check how well you remember the sounds that each letter denotes. We will skip the names of the letters at this point. Try to say the correct letter sounds before me. A, B, V, G, D. Here we have 2 sounds, Ye, E. two sounds. Yo, o. Ž, z, i, j, k, l, m, n, o, p, r, s, t, u, f, h, c, č, š, š. No sound, hard sign. U, no sound, soft sign. E, two sounds. U, u. Two sounds. Ya, a. I hope you have about half of the alphabet memorized now. To memorize group number 3, I suggest converting each letter into an image and link it to an image for the sound. For example, chair looks like an upside-down chair. Another way to memorize letters is practice. Let's do a challenging task. Please write your name in Russian. But before you start, I would like to mention that some English sounds are missing in Russian. There is no the, th, or w sounds. A person with a strong Russian accent would pronounce these words as the, things, вот. A fictional character in the Sherlock Holmes stories by Conan Doyle, Dr. Watson, in some Russian translations is transliterated as Watson or as Watson. So challenge, spell your name in Russian. For the sound J, use the Russian letters D and J. For the English W, use U, O. Do not write U in English names. If you have an X in your name, replace it with K and S. Finally, for TH, use either the Russian Z to replace the or S instead of th. Meanwhile, I hope I persuaded you that the Russian alphabet is not that difficult and you will continue learning Russian. See you next time!